Welcome back to Decor channel. Imagine walking into a space that feels like spring whispered through every corner, soft, earthy, and effortlessly beautiful. In today's video, we're stepping into the world of Modern Cottagecore Easter, where simplicity meets elegance. But here's the twist: we're not buying our decor, we're foraging it. Stick around, because by the end, you'll know how to turn dried flowers and rustic twine into centerpieces that look straight out of a magazine. There's something irresistibly calming about cottagecore, but modern cottagecore elevates it with a cleaner, more intentional aesthetic. It's less clutter, more meaning. Think curated wildness, where every stem and strand tells a story. And here's the hook: you don't need a countryside cottage to achieve this look. With just a few thoughtful elements, your Easter table can radiate warmth, nostalgia, and understated sophistication. Before we even touch a centerpiece, let's talk about the magic of foraging. Picture yourself collecting dried grasses, wildflowers, and fallen branches, each piece uniquely imperfect. This isn't just decor, it's an experience. The best part? No two centerpieces will ever look the same. Stay with me, because I'll show you how these humble finds become stunning focal points. Not all dried flowers are created equal, and choosing the right ones can make or break your arrangement. Look for soft neutrals, beige, dusty pinks, muted yellows, and textures like bunny tails, lavender, or wheat stalks. Here's a tip you don't want to miss: mixing delicate blooms with sturdier stems creates depth and visual intrigue that instantly elevates your table setting. Now, let's talk about the unsung hero, rustic twine. It might seem simple, but it's the element that ties everything together, literally and visually. Twine adds that handcrafted, organic feel that defines cottagecore style. And here's the exciting part: the way you wrap, knot, or layer it can completely transform the final look. Don't underestimate this tiny detail. Every stunning centerpiece starts with a strong foundation. Think wooden trays, ceramic bowls, or even a simple linen runner. The key is to keep it neutral so your natural elements can shine. Here's where things get interesting. Layering textures at the base creates a subtle richness that makes your arrangement feel intentional rather than thrown together. Forget rigid symmetry, modern cottagecore thrives on organic flow. Start arranging your dried flowers loosely, letting them fall naturally into place. Imagine you're mimicking how they'd grow in the wild. The hook here? Imperfection is your greatest asset. The more natural it looks, the more captivating it becomes. Now we build dimension. Combine taller stems with shorter clusters, allowing some pieces to drape or lean. This creates movement, making your centerpiece feel alive rather than static. Want to know the secret designers use? Odd number groupings. It's a subtle trick that instantly makes arrangements more visually pleasing. Here's where we bring in the Easter magic, but in a refined way. Think speckled eggs, tiny nests, or soft pastel accents woven gently into the arrangement. The key is restraint. You want hints of Easter, not an overload. Stay tuned, because the next step is what truly brings everything together. Take your rustic twine and begin to wrap sections of your arrangement around stems, base containers, or even loosely across the centerpiece. This step is transformative. It adds cohesion and reinforces that handcrafted aesthetic. And here's a creative twist. Leave some ends slightly frayed for an even more authentic, lived-in feel. What's a centerpiece without ambience? Add candles or fairy lights to softly illuminate your creation. The glow against dry textures creates a cozy, almost magical atmosphere. Imagine your Easter dinner table bathed in warm light. This is where your decor stops being just visual and becomes an experience. Your centerpiece deserves a supporting cast. Pair it with linen napkins, ceramic dishes, and subtle glassware to complete the look. Here's a pro tip: echo the tones and textures from your centerpiece throughout the table. This creates harmony and makes the entire setting feel thoughtfully designed rather than pieced together. Now comes the fun part, making it yours. Add handwritten place cards, small keepsakes, or even family heirlooms into the arrangement. These personal touches turn a beautiful centerpiece into a meaningful one. And here's the hook: your guests won't just admire your decor, they'll feel connected to it. And just like that, you've created a modern cottagecore Easter centerpiece that's both elegant and deeply personal. From foraged finds to delicate twine details, every element works in harmony to tell a story. So next time you think about decorating, remember, you don't need more things, just more intention. And if you enjoyed this journey, imagine what else you can create next.